My name is Eddie Kwok. I'm an associate professor of pastoral theology at the Christ School of Theology. I'm also a mostly retired pastor, mostly because I'm still active, serving the church by providing pulpit supply for the Lutheran congregations in Vancouver where I lived. I was encouraged by one of my professors at the seminary where I was studying to consider pursuing a PhD. I did think about it at that time as I was very interested in doing research. But that thought was placed on the back burner when I graduated and was called into pastoral ministry. It was not until years later, having become aware of the church's critical need for pastors, that I started thinking about getting into academia with the intention of helping to train more pastors. I do not see it as anything else. Teaching at the Christ School of Theology is a specific call to the ministry of preparing and equipping candidates for pastoral ministry. It is a vocation that is critical to the building up of the church for its mission. My original field of research was in Reformation history and theology. But because I was called to a small seminary, I did not have the luxury of teaching and furthering up my research in that field. Instead, I taught in the pastoral theology department, where there was a desperate need for someone to teach Christian education and mission. It was not all bad, as the experience broadened my understanding of theological education and also gave me the opportunity to address the more practical challenges of church ministry. It also kept me grounded. My advice to students aspiring to those same fields of study will be to be flexible and be open to calls to some unexpected places. As I recall, I was speaking with my bishop about taking my sabbatical after having served 7 years in my first parish. He suggested that I should consider doing a PhD instead. He even suggested that I should focus my research on the area of discipleship, as it was at that time a challenge in the church. That was how I ended up doing my research on the topic of the Oxford Confession and Christian discipleship. My favorite classes have less to do with a particular subject or field, but more to do with the degree of interaction and engagement in class. In learning about pastoral theology, we are dealing with issues and challenges faced by congregations every day. I would expect students to come to class prepared to contribute to those discussions, sharing their insights and experiences that are informed by Scripture and the assigned readings. Students will learn that pastoral ministry is not so much about learning the how-tos, but actually to discern the call as a way of understanding what is most important for a pastor is to have a heart for ministry.